I once had a boss, and I was a very rational person, a very, you would say, cool person, distanced, stiff upper lip kind of person, right? And he was a good manager, very numbers driven, very cool. But sometimes he came to me and touched me. And it always felt very weird. It was like, it's not authentic at all. Probably his business coach told him, you need to touch people sometimes in order to create a connection or a bonding or, something like that. So in this video, I want to speak about authenticity and how we leaders can become more authentic and why we should do that. My name is Michael, and in this video, we speak about your behavioral attitude. So do we stay in our roles and occasionally be authentic in order to achieve something? Or do we aim for authenticity and create bonding, connection, and become a very truthful person against the others that we are leading? So first of all, what is authenticity? Authenticity is defined as being congruent to your values, to your beliefs, to your emotions, to your personality. So it's being aligned, your actions being aligned with your personality. But when we look around in many organizations, what I see is people, managers are like wearing a mask. So they stick to the illusion of rationality. When you get into a meeting, people are there, professional managers, they speak about numbers, they take a look on balance sheets and PowerPoint presentations. But a lot of the personalities is neglected, is refused. It doesn't have any place in that type of business meetings. So the question for me is, how authentic are these people in such scenarios? The other way around, if you want to be authentic in a way, this doesn't mean that you just follow your impulses, your emotions and so on, and saying, I'm an asshole, but I'm an authentic one. No, it's all about being aware on your personality. So the question I have to you is it possible to be an authentic leader? And what would be the benefit of authenticity to yourself and to the others around you? In her great TED Talk, Brené Brown speaks about vulnerability. Maybe you have seen that talk. And she starts her presentation with her scientific work around, people feeling connected and what are the requirements for people feeling connected. And she started the talk with the fear of shame and hurt. So a reason why people don't feel connected to others is the fear of being shamed and being hurt. It's obvious, when we open up, if we show our emotions, our feelings, and we are vulnerable, then there is always a risk that we get hurt or shamed. On the other side, that's the point we have to go beyond in order to really create a human connection with others. It's a risk and it's a danger. So question to you is, how open are you with others in your business, with your peers, with your teams, with your bosses? How open can you speak about emotions and feelings? Can you use a sentence like, I feel insecure at the moment? I feel uncertain? Or I don't know that? Or something, I make a mistake? Can you use the phrase, I feel in general, in a business meeting? Once I was in Dubai and working with leaders there, and we spoke about emotions. And they were really surprised, saying, we are in business life, everything is rational, emotions don't have any place here. And I said, but you are a human being, right? And we all are human beings, so we have feelings and emotions. So why do we keep that out of the room when we have a business meeting and speak about numbers and strategies and things like that? Because emotions are always there. And it's not getting into that emotions, into anger and, treat others angrily. No, it's being aware on the emotions and the feelings and the needs and desires I have at this moment in time and being able to speak about that and express it. The beauty of it is when you start being authentic and being congruent and being open, speaking openly about your feelings and emotions, you allow others doing the same. And if that's, according to Brené Brown, if that's the prerequisite of a good human connection, then this is also for you as a leader, the recipe to become a more authentic leader. When you get aware of your feelings and emotions, you allow others doing the same, and that's an environment of trust, of honesty, of openness. And this is exactly what we aim for, right? What is the step you can take in order to become a more truthful and authentic personality and behave according and aligned with your personality, which includes emotions, feelings, needs, desires, but also values and strengths, but we speak in the next video about that. The first step is awareness. Become aware of yourself. And don't stick too often into these stimulus response patterns. Something appears and you just react to it in an emotional way. You pretend to be rational, but basically you're an emotional person, so you respond emotionally. Awareness is the key to change. And whenever something appears and you react or you're about to react to it, you may take a quick break. Just step out for a second and break the stimulus response pattern. Don't react as you would react normally, but first of all, think. And becoming aware, okay, how do I feel now? What's the reaction within me? And what could be an appropriate response to it? And that's a more mature way to deal with emotions and feelings and things like that. Because in general, we have two ways to deal with it. First way is just refuse it, neglect it. It doesn't exist. The second way is I wait for a long time, but then immediately I get into this emotion. So I filled with this emotion and feeling. So example, anger. Something happens and it makes you angry. And for a long time you can refuse it and neglect it. It doesn't exist, but immediately after a while you get really angry. And then you start treating other people angry as well. You're not controlled anymore. The emotion controls you. But when you are aware, then you have a third way, which I call the middle way. You get aware on your emotions, but they cannot take control of you, but you start articulating. So you can express your anger without being angry. And immediately other people see, okay, he speaks about his feeling at the moment. He speaks about his emotion. That feels authentic. Yeah? He doesn't just react to it, but he speaks about it and allows me to speak about my feelings and emotions as well. So my call to leaders is use time, become aware of yourself, your desires, your needs, your emotions, your feelings, and then also start articulating and talking about it. You are a human being. So don't use authenticity just to manipulate other people. like I did in my very first job as a salesperson. So I pretended to be very authentic. So I was interested in fishing and sailboats and sports. Although I don't like football at all, I spoke about a football club. And so I pretended to be authentic, an authentic human being, just to hit my quota. So don't use your authenticity just to achieve something, but make truthful authenticity to the core of your leadership personality. And the first step is becoming aware. Train your awareness. Our leadership programs always start with leading yourself, and reflection and awareness is key to that. In the next video, we will also speak about who you are. So how can you create more self-confidence and self-esteem for who you are and leave your professional and organizational roles a little bit behind you? That will even strengthen more your authenticity. So I hope I gave you some insights and some ideas how to become a more authentic leader, to become more open, truthful, honest, and give other people a gift, because you allow other people to do the same. And in the end, you and the others feel more connected. Thank you.